What's up, Foundation? What's up, Foundation? What's up, Foundation? Man, it's me, your big partner, Tony. Man, God been working on me, man, since I was born. And don't forget, man. I represent Jesus Christ.
What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Tony. Man, I'm back again. Boy, the devil be busy. The devil stay trying to mess with some stuff. Man, and I'm sitting up here. Man, long story short, man, I broke a $200 tripod. Just broke it. Mad about that. I almost didn't do this video. But it ain't nothing but the devil. I ain't gonna let him stop me. As you could tell by the title, this is a story about when I had to stop Crazy Ray. Now, I always talk about me and the mad dog stuff that I was doing, and I've always, you know what I'm saying, showed y'all the calm, cool, collected side of Crazy Ray. And the reason why I'm doing this video about the homie is because me and Big Mike from Country Wayne, we were earlier out at the Birmingham Classic, and we was sitting around and we was talking about some stuff, and he was telling me how my stories about rape reminded him of his brother. And he was telling me some things that, you know what I'm saying, him and his brother was into. And it reminded me of a whole lot of stuff that me and Ray was into, and the side of Ray that I normally don't portray. Because it was another side of him. The homie was something else. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, you know what? I got to tell the people about this story. And it's a guy in the comments. He's been in the comments 3 times. I can't remember who you are, but you asked me about when or if Crazy Ray had been in prison and ran across Al Dog, or as you call him, Evil Al, from Denver Lanes and this and that. First off, the homie Crazy Ray ain't never ran across Evil Al or Al Dog from Denver Lanes. They ain't never been on the yard together. They've never come across each other. So why you ask that, I don't know. I was the one who had interactions with Al Dog. I spoke on that in the past in some of my other videos. But my homie Crazy Ray ain't never had no interactions with him. So you ain't got to ask me about that no more. Before I go off into the video, I'm going to see a little footage, man, where, you know, me, Mike from the Country Wayne, and, you know, a few of the cast members that, you know, we were out and about today. And, we got some big things coming up, y'all. We got some big things coming up with this Country Wayne thing. I'm going to start playing bigger and more roles. You're finna start seeing me a lot. But now check us out. You know what I'm saying? We was on stage. Check us out.
Hey, man. Lady Dog looking real good out there. Y'all look good. I'm about to move to Birmingham. Atlanta, y'all don't know that, man. I don't know if you gonna get out there. Anyway, I want to say a happy Magic City Classic. This is Magic City Classic at the strip club. But guess what? They on the way, y'all. I'm just playing. She got excited. Look at you. I'm telling you, man. She said, they on the way for real? No, they not on the way. We got children out here, people. But we got chicken over there. The chicken's amazing. I had about 13 pieces of that. What's that, tacos? We got tacos for El Negros. Who the Hennessy girls at? Y'all Hennessy girls? Where we all at? Y'all hand up, Hennessy girls. I'm in shot. Oh, right there. How y'all doing, Hennessy girls? We're gonna have a little shot contest. I don't drink, but look at y'all. Yeah. Ready? But other than that, we was gonna have a little panel and talk about some stuff. Because I talk about like making money on doing content.
Yeah, that's us, man. Out and about. And now, I know that this is a different type angle that you seeing me from on this video. Probably not you seeing me. This was the old angle because I had to go back to my old equipment now that I broke the new equipment. But anyway, with no further ado, now first off, In no shape, form, or fashion in this video am I promoting gang activity. In no shape, form, or fashion am I glorifying gang activity. But I'm going to be using the word cuz. Y'all know I'm trying to get away from that. But I'm going to use it for the authenticity, the authenticity of the video. You know what I'm saying? As it came, it came, it came. But I don't want, people jumping in the comments. Toon, man, you talking about some gang talk, or you saying cuz. I thought you was a Christian and stop doing it. Please don't jump in the comments with that. That's because I'm explaining it to you now. Grow up, okay? Now, boom. But anyway, moving right along. Like I say, Ray had another side to him. Ray was a very, very dangerous individual. Very dangerous individual. I equated Ray to a rattlesnake with no rattlers. You know what I'm saying? The cowboys would tell you back in the cowboy days, one of the most dangerous things is a rattlesnake with no rattlers. And you would ask, why? Because a rattlesnake is one of the most poisonous snakes you're going to ever run across. But they going to always rattle and warn you before they strike you. Now, you had dudes that would come along and they would cut the rattlers off and wouldn't kill the snake and let the snake run on. So now the snake had no way of warning you that he's finna do some real bodily damage to you. Next thing you know, pow, you've been hit. And that's how I seen Ray. Ray didn't give you no warnings for real. All you knew is you was hit, And that was one of the things that offset him against my character. But it made our characters come together. You know what I'm saying? It just really, really meshed. It really, really meshed. He was a common factor for me. But anyway, we would always get the job done. So now I'm gonna take you back to a time when we was in the dope spot over there on 39th and Western in the Palm View. Of course, that was the homie spot. When I got out of pen, he scooped me up. We started doing our thug thizzle up in there. Now, Ray was a ladies' man. Oh, he was a ladies' man. The homie had the gift of gab. He was smooth with the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I told y'all about how he was on Figueroa pimping and doing his thing. If a girl let the homie get in her ear, she was got. She was pretty much got. She was going to be a victim, or what the homie would always call a little young absconding. That was his nickname for him, little young abscondings, okay? But one day, I ain't gonna never forget, we was at the spot, and like different girls, different people would come from different places and different sets and all this and that, you know what I'm saying, to see him, me, or some of the other homies, you know what I'm saying, or come through to re-up, cop, or do whatever they was gonna do, So, on this day, we in the spot. And when he was in the spot with a couple other homies first. By the time I got to the spot, you know what I'm saying, everything was, going right along. It was two females in there, a younger female and an older female. I didn't know neither one of them. But now, when we get in, they talking, they kicking it with the homies. So now, somehow, some way during the conversation, her brother's name came up. And when her brother's name came up, I'm like, wait a minute. You talk about from such and such. Now, I don't really want to say the set he from. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into that. It wasn't a set that we, per se, really, really got along with. It wasn't a set that we had no beef with. It was just another set. No problems, no anything. But now I knew her brother real well because we were in prison together. And when we were in prison, we were both a part of a prison crip organization called Blue Notes. We were both Blue Notes. And this was a good homie. This was a rider, a good homie, a good rider. So, I'm like, oh man, that's your brother. He's like, yeah, that's my brother. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the homie. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, tell him, cartoons said what's up and boom, 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 wah, 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 wham. So they was like, okay, now whether they did or didn't, I don't know. But as the story progresses, I'm quite sure they didn't. They probably slipped their minds or whatever, So talking. The younger female, she couldn't have been no more than about maybe 17, 18, maybe at the most. Ray had gotten her ear. He'd gotten her ear. And as truth be told, she was got. I didn't know that the homie had got her phone number. Because like I said, back when this happened, this was back in the 80s. Only thing was out then was beepers, but no cell phones and none of that old crazy stuff. But the homie got her phone number. The homie got her phone number, and boom. No sweat, no business of mine. So whatever conversations him and old girl had started having, like I told you Ray will put one of them on a stroll in a heartbeat. He would put one of them on a stroll in a heartbeat. And I guess, I don't know how long he was dealing with old girl, but from the time I had seen her in the spot to the time the incident took place that kicked off some funk was about a month and a half. So how long the homie had been dealing with her, how long the homie had been talking with her, I don't know. But now, he couldn't have been having a whole lot of interactions with her like that because I was always with him. You know what I'm saying? They ain't there 24/7. But now, I guess at night they was on the phone or whatever. Boom. Ray decided he wanted to try to put her on a stroll. Somehow, some way, this got back to her brother. Now, her brother was a go-getter. Yeah, he was a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? So whatever conversation that transpired between him and her, him and his sister, her and her brother, I don't know, but she had told him that it was a dude from Fire Trey was trying to put her on the stroll and whatever. Like I say, I don't know how that conversation went. But anyway, he was hot about it. Now, she had to told him that they over there on 39th and Western at the Palm View, they slanging up out of there. That's what they doing over there. So now, like I say, old boy was a go-getter. Him, another one of his homies in the car, and it was another car with two more dudes in it. They make their way over to the spot. Yeah, they make their way over to the spot. They hot. Woo. So dude get out the car, call himself looking for Ray. So when he get out the car, he like, man, who is Crazy Ray? Who is Crazy Ray? Who is Crazy Ray? So now, one of the little young homies downstairs came upstairs and came in the spot. He like, hey, cuz, man, there's somebody downstairs, cuz, looking for you. So everybody was like, who? Like, man, I don't know where this fool from. I don't know who it is. But he calling your name. All right, so cool. We all come out. So we coming down the stairs. I didn't really recognize him at first. So the dude like, man, which one of y'all Crazy Ray? So Crazy Ray like, cuz, that's me. So like the dude was crip. So the dude was like, cuz, check this out, homie. Man, you got it, my sister, man, trying to put on the stroll and trying to whoop. So now I'm looking at him. So I reckon. I'm like, hold up. I say his name. I'm like, whoop, cuz, that's you? He like, Big Tune. I'm like, yeah, cuz, it's me, homie. He like, man, what's up with your homeboy right here, cuz, man? Man, this fool tripping, man. He whoop, wham. So, I'm a little shocked at first. Ray has always been Ray. Ray do not get flustered and get bent out of shape about stuff like he looking. So now he called Ray out for the get out. He want to squabble with him and all this. So now, of course, man, you not, hey, come on now. You're not finna put your hands on him, especially when I'm there. I'm like, hold up, cuz, man, wait a minute, hold on, homie. Man, what happened? So he go to explaining that his sister, was talking about something. But anyway, make a long story short, whatever their conversation was, she ended up telling him that Ray was trying to put her on the blade. He was trying to put her on Figaro. So now he hot, here he come. And he was the type of dude that's gonna react like that. He gonna come see about that. So he going on, cuz, man, I tell you what, man, woo, 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 woo. So I'm like, cuz, check this out, homie. Man, you ain't finna get down with the homie like that, man. But look, whatever happened, man, go ahead and let that go, man. Your sister, man, don't even worry about that, man. Your sister, the homie ain't gonna fool with your sister like that. So he's still pushing the issue on, call himself want to get down with Ray. So Ray telling him, he like, cuz, check this out, man. You out here putting on the show. So the dude like, come on, put on no show, man. I'm whoop, whoop, wham. From whoop, whoop, wham, wham, bam. And I do this, that, and the other. And wop, wop, wop. We get down right now. So Ray Stelly tell me like, cuz, check this out, homie. You putting on the show. He say, but don't trip. He said, I'm going to make you the star of the show. Now, when Ray tell you he going to make you the star of the show, he's basically telling you he's going to unalive you. You probably don't know it. But that's what I know it. That's what that means. And so when he told me, he said, cuz, man, I'm going to make you star of the show. He said it real calm, cool, and collected. Didn't get flustered about it. No, none of that. Now, Ray will fight you. Yes, he will fight you. But Ray is the type, we can fight now, but because you put your hands upon my person, I'm going to take your life later. Yeah, we can fight all day right now. So you might as well get it in, all you can get in, while we throwing these blows at each other, because after this, I'm going to take your life. That is how Ray was. That is how Ray was. You know what I'm saying? And so with the coolness me and old boy had, I would, you know what I'm saying, of course, with the coolness me and him had didn't hold a candle to what me and Ray was, you know, point blank. Point blank. It didn't hold a candle. If push came to shove, old boy would have seen a bad day out there. You know what I'm saying? Him and his homies. But now I don't want it to go that route. So I'm intermediating this thing. I'm like trying to no, stop. Whoa. So now I'm like, cuz, check this out, homie, man. Look. Blase, Skippy, Blase, this, that, and the third. Hey, look. Boom. Ray ain't gonna trip. Ray, you know, boom. So at the end of the day, old boy leave. He jump in the car with it, and it jumped in the car. His two homeboys, his homeboy, and boom, and the other two, they leave. So Ray, like, you know that fool, cuz? I'm like, yeah, I know him, homie. You know, woo, he from such, you know what I'm saying, blank. We was in the pen, fool under, you know, he under paperwork, homie, blue note. Bop, this, that, and the third. So Ray was like, all right. He like, all right. So I don't trip it no more right then and there. But later on, when me and Ray was kicking it, I look at him, I say, cuz, check this out, homie. Man, what's up with that? Ray was like, what's up with what? I say, you was gonna put old boy, I say, you gonna put cuz sister out there? He be like, man, you know, I get money, man. You know, I don't care. You know, Ray like, man, you know, I don't care nothing about no B, you know, BITCH. You know, I don't care. And that's how he was. I'm like, yeah. But now, so Ray, you know, he talked to me like, yeah, man, old boy, you know, he clown. He say, you know, he gonna pay for that. I'm like, no, cuz, man, don't, you know, man, let it go, man. You know, it's gone, it's over with. He's like, you know. Now, once Ray done made his mind up, he's not going to do a whole lot of arguing. He's not finna do a whole lot of back and forth with me or nobody else. He had made his mind up. So, you know, I let it go right then and there. Hopefully, I'm like, okay, they ain't gonna never run across each other again or none of that. Anyway, about 2 weeks go by. You know, me and Ray doing what we do, riding around LA. You know, doing what we do, looking, you know, basically twins of death and destruction. We come across a very, very popular eating spot in LA. Very popular soul food eating spot in LA on the east side. We come past, Ray see him, he out there. I see him and Ray see him. I seen the look on his face. I'm driving. Ray say, "Cub, pull around the corner and park." I'm like, "What's up?" He like, "Cuz, just pull around the corner and park." I'm like, man, I'm pretty much knowing where it's going. I shouldn't have even stopped the car, period. When I pull around the corner and park, Ray pull his heat out and he check it. So I'm like, "Hold up, cuz, you know what you finna do? What's up?" He like, "Man, I'm finna handle that a little bit real quick. You know what's up?" I'm like, hold on, cuz, hold on. I'm like, "What's up?" He say, "Man, you seen no boy just like I seen him." He like, "Come on, homie. You know that don't rock like that. Don't nobody pop off. You know what I'm saying?" Basically, he was saying, "Don't nobody talk to me like that." He say, it's his turn. You with it?" I'm like, "No, cuz, no, I ain't with it, homie. No. I say, "Look, man, spare that fool, man. Let that go." Phew, he didn't want to let it go. He was like, "Cuz, just sit in the car. I'll be right back." So when he turned to get out the car door was halfway open. I had to grab his arm. I say, "Cuz, Ray." I said, "Homie, man, let that go. Homie, don't trip like that." He was like, "No, Big Tone, no, homie." So he said, he look at his arm. I got his arm. He look at his arm. He look at me. He look at his arm. He look at me. He say, "Tune, let my arm go." I said, "Ray, come on, cuz." He say, "Big homie, I love you, but let my arm go." And he was dead serious, y'all. I couldn't let this happen, though, y'all. I couldn't let it happen, man. I didn't let his arm go. I said, "Ray, man, do this one for me, man." I said, "Do this one for me, man. Let him slide." I said, "Let him slide, homie. Let him slide. Please let him slide." He tried to go again, and I locked down on his arm tight. Now, he ain't never seen me act like this with him. Why show what I done locked down, and like he could tell that I'm really adamant about going against him on something. That's not normal for me and him. That don't happen. He don't go against me and I don't go against him. But on this one, I was going against him because I didn't want to see it happen. When I locked down on him, he looked at his arm. He said, "You ain't gonna let me go?" I'm like, "No, cuz, I ain't gonna let you go, man." I said, "Man, look, I'm asking you, homie, do this for me." You know what I'm saying? How about, much as we done been through, I said, "Cuz, let that fool slide, homie. Man, let it go. Let it go." He went to contemplating. He looking down. I knew I had one out when he pulled his foot back in the car and pulled the door up. Bang! I went on and pulled off. He didn't have to say nothing. It wasn't nothing else to be said. I pulled off. And the homie told me, after we got about 2-3 lights down the street, he say, "If you ever see him again," he say, "he might not know it." He say, "But he owe you." He say, "He owe you." I'm like, "I know what's up, cuz. Yeah. I know what's up, homie." He say, "Yeah, he owe you." He said, "I owe you." He said, "He owe you." He said, "Y'all must be really cool." I say, "Cuz, we was real cool in the pen, homie." I said, super cool. You know what I'm saying? I said, we came from the same thing in there, He was like, "I understand. And he let it go. That was the love and the respect that the homie had for me. That was the love and respect that the homie had for me. But I can guarantee you, other than maybe his brothers, and them the one, and I ain't talking about I'm talking about the ones that was from our set. He had more brothers from our set too. Other than them, it probably wasn't nobody else on the face of the planet could have stopped him that day. But me. That's how he was. So, hey, that's that, y'all. That's one of them things. Oh, yeah, and one of them questions. Another dude asked me a question in the comments because, by this time, Ray and his got family from Far Travel on. and he had brothers from Villain. And they like, well, why he wasn't from Villain? You know what I'm saying? All those who stayed over there with the father, the Villain side of the family. All those who stayed on this side with the mama, the Avalon side of the family. So that's how that went, you know. But anyway, in the meantime, between time, man, y'all tell the people that you love them. And it's me, man, your big partner, Tony. And despite the video, like I said, I represent Jesus Christ, homie. Peace, I'm out.